Good evening, everyone. How you doing? Feels like we've not been away, doesn't it? It was Saturday, wasn't it? But it was that long. I quite enjoyed that. I was thinking about that over the weekend. I did enjoy it. How's everyone doing tonight? TSW tonight, of course, as you can see there in the background, because we got the new release coming up tomorrow, which is the Cargo Line Volume 5, the Nuclear Pack, which we'll have a look at tonight. We'll go on both routes. We've got West Coast Mainline South up first. Then we will be going on Preston Carlisle. Any excuse to go on Preston Carlisle, you know how it goes. But we've got new services on the, so we're going to have a look at that as well. So that's what we are going to do. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow, $12.99 if you're in the UK for this pack. I will just let you know that it gives you, on the West Coast Mainline South, it gives you 2 scenarios and 4 services. On Preston Carlisle, it gives you 3 scenarios and 14 services. But I have a feeling this pack is going to be one of those that can come up again and again once we start getting new routes in the future. I'm sure it's going to be one of those. The other cargo lines have been popping up on various routes, haven't they, since they're released? So, do I need an excuse? No, I don't need an excuse, G. Dave. Who's in anyway? We got Richard, Wes, Kelly, G. Dave, Mikey, good evening, Bournes. Who else have we got? We got Pete Edmonds, Scott Chego is there. David Drives, good evening. Josh Summers, how you doing? Lee Bell, all good. Will W, nice to see you. Can't wait for the Preston Carlisle runs. Yeah, we'll get straight into it. It's about an hour on the West Coast Mainline South, and then we'll switch after that. Snowco Elevators, good morning to you in the US. How you doing? There was once a massive nuclear spill in the northwest. The result of massive waste is now what we know as Preston. I thought it was Warrington. You got mixed up there. That was Warrington. That was definitely Warrington. Get your chopper out, lads. Yeah, we'll be in the chopper to begin with. So, how's everyone doing? Thanks for coming in. Once we get into it, let me know what the desktop audio is like, because it can be a bit noisy this past 20 from the outside. We've seen the 20 before, obviously, on the Tees Valley, which is quite an old Loco DLC now, isn't it? But this one is a little bit different. It's an updated version from around the year 2000, so it doesn't really go with Preston Carlisle, nor does the Nuclear Flask FNA. The older versions would have, but not the D. If you can suspend that kind of belief for a little bit, then you'll be all right. On the Preston Carlisle, it's with the 47 anyway. The Class 20, the new Class 20 doesn't appear on that route for those reasons. But yeah, we'll get into it, shall we? And I've got a few runs that I want to actually do. So we're going to start on West Coast Mainline South. I'm going to do a timetable service first. So first thing you'll see, looking on this screen, we got another timetable. So it starts to get a bit, I don't know if there's a way around this. This is because some people own some of the DLCs and others don't. So I guess you have to have separate areas to take care of that. I've also got the on-track simulation one on there as well, which is a PC-only one, which we've played before. But you can see we got the intermodal cargo line on the, we got the standard West Coast Mainline South, and now we've got the cargo line 2024 nuclear. That's the one we're going to go for. And Class 20, here it is. And I'm going to do the 6 Mike 95 Dungeness to Sellafield. Is that the right one? That is the right one. 58 minutes. I will, as I drop my pen on the floor, I will go to the custom weather. I'll put it back to June, let's say, and then we'll go. What else are you saying? Richard, you have to see a 37. Nice. Very nice. Evening, Chris. How you doing? Nice to see you. Queen Bee's in as well. What are you laughing about? Oh, what Pete's put. Yeah. This Class 20 does come with the DLC. Yeah, you get the wagon, the FNA nuclear wagon, and you get the Class 20/3. So it's a different version than the one you might already have on the Tees Valley. Anyway, let's get into it. So we'll do the startup. First things first, master key, you won't be surprised, is over here if you can find it. So we'll do that first. I want to show you as well, there's a fuse cupboard on here, which I don't think the other one had. I don't think there's a lot you can do in there. What is that? Exhauster isolation switch. You can press that if you want to. Don't think it does anything. What else have we got in here? Not a lot. Anyway, you can go in there if you fancy it. Let's sit down again. And let's do the AWS and the cab change end lever. It's not going off yet because we've not put it into forwards. Now, the DSD is there. If you're looking for the DSD when you pick this up, that's where it is. So if you just click that, you can have that on. Instrument lights are down here. Then you've got the cab light if you need it. Then the... No, we don't want the tail lights. I want the one next to it, but I can't get to it. There it is. There it is. Put those on day. There's the headlights. What else do we need to do? We need to put it into forwards. So you just come back one on the reverser. Cancel that. The GSMR is the same GSMR as we used to. It doesn't have any more functionality than we used to, so it automatically will log in for you. Up here is the NRN, but I don't think that's functional at all. There's nothing on there that you can do. So it's just scenery. What else have we got in the cab? We have got hazard lights, and we have also got that's the AWS. Where's the panic button? There it is. We've got a nuclear panic button as well, but it's non-functional. You can press it, but it doesn't do anything. You can reset it next to it. Let me just click with the mouse. Why is it not resetting? Oh, that's it. You've got to flick it upwards. We'll open the windows. We'll have a quick look outside before we set off. So, a few changes. You'll notice from the Tees Valley one, the headlights, the discs have gone from the front. So we've got the WIPAC lights. Are they called WIPAC or are they actually WIPAC? I never quite know. So we've got those. Oxford blue livery, which looks quite nice. Unbranded. DRS, but it's unbranded. Then we've got the FNA. You've seen those before when we've run these on Train Sim Classic. So that is the FNA. I think you can do little bits on these as well, like you can, there's an unlock somewhere for this. You can check the padlock, but again it doesn't really do anything. But I mean, you don't want to unlock that, do you really? Not really. The handbrakes, etc., all down here. There's one for each bogie. The glass cover wheel, what can we do with that? Right, we can't do anything with that either. Just make sure that's on 0. So we're top and tailed. Tail light is one of the ones that attaches on the back. There is no tail light needed on the actual 20 itself. So yeah, we're ready to go. I'll take the brakes off. We'll start it up from the outside, show it, and then you can have a listen. Let me just check the brakes coming off. So the brakes are over here, as you can see. Andy lad, good evening, how you doing? You'd let your dog in the cab? Yeah, I'm all good, Andy lad. How's yourself? Right, let's go outside. And we'll make our way via Watford Junction first. Let you have a proper listen to that. There we go. That familiar sounds that we got at the 20. We'll open this side as well, shall we? 11 miles up to Watford. There's a Pendor blasting it past. We're not going to catch him up today in this. Maximum speed 60, I think, for this run. Open the flasks, yeah. I was trying. I don't think it lets you. Yeah, that's how Chernobyl kicked off. Yeah, you're right. Oh, we got the TPWS. Where's that? It's up here somewhere. Forgot about that. There you go. Because we want all the points. Probably should have done the tutorial first. Like usual, I just dive straight in because I thought, how hard can it be? But actually, there's a few buttons and switches a little bit different to the Tees Valley one. It's nice and clean inside as well. Look at these seats. Never been used. Jackson's train and bus adventures, how you doing? Can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait to drive these on the West Somerset for the diesel Gala streams. You want to use the Class 20 top and tailed with the DRS Class 66. Your family were out all day. Pity it wasn't tomorrow. You could have picked this up and played this all day. I see what you think at the end of the stream. I mean, I quite like it. I've been messing about with it most of the weekend. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the only thing is there's not a lot of services within it. However, like I said at the beginning, I think this has the potential to go on other routes down the line. So I'm sure it'll come back and we'll get even more value out of it. Taki, how you doing? First time you've seen a 20. Yeah, there it is. I bet it's the first time you've seen one of these wagons as well, isn't it? Yeah, me doing 60 on the West Coast Mainline South with volatile nuke waste, absolutely. Hopefully we can get up this hill that's coming up now, unlike when we ran the remember when we ran the other cargo line pack in the 66 in the snow. We were coming up this on this run, and this gradient here we struggled with wheel slip, etc. I think we should be alright this time. Everything could go wrong. Now then, Dragon, how you doing? 4 Class 20 scenarios is poor for you, at least 10 with DLC. Yeah, I think initially there's not that many. I think that will be my only comment, you know, if I'm being fair. The pack itself's very good, I think, from what I've seen so far. It's a pity we've not got the branding as well, but you know that might come. But I mean it's $12.99, so it depends. It depends. Like I always say, it depends if you think that's value for money for what you get for that price. 350's blasting past. You've noticed the seats in the 20/3 are lower than the 20. Right, okay, so I think this might not work out very well, but you can go up and down with the seats if you want to. So, you know, you can adjust them. Probably a little bit too low now, but we'll give it a try there. Yeah, there you go. Andy says you can adjust it. I'll put it back up again. I'll see how high it actually goes. That's the top now. So this is the top. There you go. That's all right. We'll leave it on that, shall we? You saw a nuke truck in Wyoming. Full police escort, which meant it was military. Yeah, I was watching some of the other streams earlier today as well that the other guys were doing. I think you would expect some kind of guard on this, wouldn't you? And when I say guard, I don't mean as in conductor. I mean guard as in somebody to protect it. I don't know. I know on some of the services there is a little porch on the back that said guard can travel in, but not on this one. Right, we shall open it up very soon. Elliot, good evening. The bank is closed tonight. Yeah, save your money for this tomorrow. Yeah. Right. Give it some throttle. Let me know if the sound is alright. You're getting it a little bit louder than I am in my ears. I've got my ears down a little bit. You want to get escorts on the military ones from Fastlane and Plymouth. Ah, okay. Okay. You're hoping the Class 90 takes us into some yards we haven't yet explored. Absolutely. You've put exploded then. Don't say exploded when we're running nuclear stuff. It's going alright, Elliot, so far. Yeah, it is. That'll be the DSD. Right, it's interesting. I think some of the services on the Preston Carlisle have definitely got a coach on the back. What was that weird red 66 then? I don't think I've seen that before. I wonder if that's a Creators Club thing. It was all red with nothing else on it. Didn't look like it had numbering or anything. That was weird. Evening train guy, how are you? Warheads and rockets, wow. Just Trains are doing an upgrade of the 20/. Are you talking about Train Sim Classic? Scottish Rail fan, how are you? Can't wait to play this. Need to wait till Wednesday. You got a college assignment. Yeah, get that done first. Definitely get that done first. Yeah, it's about an hour this run. And then what we'll do on the Preston Carlisle is we'll go, I think over three services. We'll go Preston to Cornforth. Then we'll go Cornforth to Morecambe and Peasham Power Station, although we can't get there. and then we'll take it back as if we're coming out of Heysham back down to Preston again. So we'll kind of do a little round trip. There are some services as well north as well around Kingmore and Carlisle, but we'll save those for another day, or you guys might want to play those yourself for the first time. I don't want to show you the lot because there'll be nothing left to show you, but I can hear an underground train. There's another 66 just for Stace. Driving a rocket, don't crash it. Yeah. You're actually getting nervous there, Scotch Egg, aren't you? It won't blow up, honestly. It's not that real. Not after what I saw Hentis do with it before. Pete888, how you doing? I saw you pop in before. He's going fast, yeah, it's 60. I think we're limited to 60. Let's have a quick look on the wagon. Does it tell us? It usually will, won't it? In an incident, bring up 01632 960 456. Write that down, we might need it. Alright, we're getting hit by the scenery. Contacts for repairs as well. It doesn't actually give me the speed unless it's somewhere else. So I assume 60. Couple of services on the Riviera line as well. I don't think they're there though yet, are they, Andy? They are definitely coming. I don't know if they're in. If you remind me, we'll have a quick look. When we switch to Preston Carlisle, we'll look in the middle, just see. They're doing an update for the wagon suspension, is it not? It is bouncing a little bit. Will coming up on the 1-year membership badge. Thank you very much. Yeah, congratulations as well. That's gone fast. Hentis did a run on Riviera. Ah, okay. Okay. I didn't know that they were out. That's interesting. Right, we'll have a quick look at that. We'll just see what they are. Caller number 6 in the queue with this on the back. 3.7 to Watford. The Riviera's with the 66. What 66 is it? What livery is it? It's not. There's no special livery with it though, is there? I saw in the article there was the DRS blue 66, but it was sort of greyed out, which is what made me think it wasn't available yet. The 20 show up at Leicester and Derby are static. Interesting. It's running the DRS66 that came with the Edinburgh engineering pack. Have I got that on here? I think I have. We'll have a quick look. I maybe won't run the services, but we'll load one up and we'll have a quick look. A quality survey, they're called. Yeah, you always get one of those. You can blame Stace for the talk about 6060. She's meant to be on her holidays. These services are fairly relaxed, as you can tell, which they should be with this on the back. Quite a nice relaxing run. Oh, Thursday? I thought you were going earlier this week. I think the first service that we do on the Preston Carlisle is in the snow as well, so that was quite good. Yeah, she can't stay away. She'll be logging in from her holidays, I have no doubt. Right, we're coming up on Watford. What's your first impressions then? I know we've not really got into it yet. What do you think about the 20s themselves and the wagon? Always like driving the 20 on the Tees Valley. Why would nuclear services be on the Riviera? I think G. Dave was saying they come from Plymouth, did you say, Dave? Give you a wave, you're in Watford. Everyone wave at Pete in Watford. He might be trying to escape, but give him a wave anyway. Davenport Dockyard, yeah. No out of 10 because you can't see inside the flask and it doesn't blow up. Hentis tried to blow it up. He put it on that crossing on the East Coast Main Line right in the middle and ran into it with a 45. It didn't blow up. And Diana, how's it going? Will, 20's your favourite, but you didn't like the rail freight livery. This one's nice and shiny, this one. You'll like this one. Everything Tees Valley's a bit old and worn, isn't it? This is quite nice. Instrument lights look quite good, don't they? The hazard lights flashing there on the desk. In case you need it in a tunnel, I guess. Yep, see you, Kelly. Tomorrow it releases, and Diana. Tomorrow morning, usual times, I believe. Oh, it's a real crash, is it, that, on the East Coast Main Line? Hence why he did it. I didn't realise. Okay, that makes sense. He's done it. He has done it. It made me cringe when it hit. Ethan, good evening. Yeah, tomorrow morning. If you're on console tomorrow morning, PC, Steam and Epic will be later in the afternoon, as per usual. We're going via Tring, which is 11 miles. So we'll take another look outside, shall we? Got to remember the camera's on, so every time I do that, you get blocked off. Oh, sorry, I was in his way. We'll let him go. You like old unworn. I'm not saying the next bit. Don't be doing any Birmingham while you're away. You just wanted me to say Birmingham again, didn't you? It's a good job we didn't stay in that station, or those people on the platform would end up looking like an advert for Ready Break. Do you remember that? All the kids used to have a glow around them. Some of you will remember that. Have I played it on PS5? Does it go blurred? It doesn't. No, it doesn't. I've been playing mostly on the PS5 actually, and no, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yeah, you remember that ad as well, yeah. Why would you want me to say Birmingham? I don't know. I don't know. Michael King, good evening. Are these engines fun? I would say they're good fun. Yeah. Bong Bang, good evening. How's it going? We're via Tring, and then we're stopping at Milton Keynes, so it's the usual freight run with these as well. We've not had to quite hit the panic button quite yet. We've got the wipers down here, of course, and over there as well. The horns here. Tray brake, local brake, as per usual. Dave Melody, good evening, how you doing? We're looking forward to Preston crew, hopefully no blurry textures. Yeah, I hope not, I hope not, I hope there isn't. What does the panic button do? It does nothing. It does nothing in this one, but I assume it. I don't know what it does. I don't know if it alerts somebody via here, the signalman or something, or whether it just blurts out some kind of alarm, or there's an ejector seat, or hang on, is there a trapdoor? No, there isn't. There's nothing in the roof. Maximum speed 75, by the way, for the 20, but 60 with the flask on the back. You're going to pick it up tomorrow. Excellent. It will be okay to stop for a DeLorean on the track. Oh, it alerts the police and they rush up with guns. It will ring the previously mentioned number and put you on hold. Yeah. I mean, it must do something. I mean, what's the point otherwise? It must kick in some kind of major action. Wants you to pay for Arosa and Bernina lines again. It should be free. First thing, restore licenses. Right click on the not right click because you're on PlayStation. Click options on the TSW tile, and one of the things in the list that comes up is restore licenses. Try that. If not, then just reach out to DTG and they'll look into it and they'll sort it out for you. Mostly restoring the licenses works, I think, with that kind of thing. Who let Tintin drive this highly dangerous train? It's alright, we're just cruising along at 60, so we're alright. Not too many dramas going on. Heading for Tring, 5.6 miles. Thanks everybody for coming in. Hope you're looking forward to the DLC. Alright until the brakes fail. I don't know if it's to do with deleting TSW5. Oh, that'll be the DSD. Has it got me? It's got me. That didn't bleep from the outside, did it? And it should. The brake's coming off. Just slowed us down temporarily. Sometimes, because of so much DLC, I've noticed on PlayStation the licenses does get screwed up. Lots of people had trouble with the same thing for Great Western Express. I remember a while back. I didn't, but I saw a lot of people did. And restoring licenses was the first thing they did, and it sorted it out in most cases. Ethan says, are you looking forward to the Class 90? Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Something new, isn't it? When you're driving the 20, do you need to set up both the front and the back? No. So when you're driving from this desk, the only thing on this desk you need is the master key. There's only one master key, and it's the, you can see, you just got to turn round and set it up there, because there isn't one on this side. Everything else is fine. You're off, are you, Taki? Thanks for coming in. All the best. Don't tip the nuclear carrier. I'm going to try. Hopefully there won't be any oxygen. We don't want an oxygen in this, do we? We definitely don't want to hit any buffers. Yeah, it doesn't sound from the outside. Yeah, that's the only thing that doesn't, so that must be a bug. As we know quite well, TS Classic never sounds from the outside, but TSW should for everything. The AWS is, but the DSD isn't. Oh, he's already mentioned it, has he, Pete? Okay, good, good. That'll get fixed. In real life, the amount of radiation is tiny. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I suppose any radiation's not good. Jawaddy Shoddy, how you doing? Good evening. Yeah, that's the one that Dave's mentioning that you're talking about, Adriana, that emergency call. This one, this panic button is specific to this. There's the DSD behaving itself. Yeah, see you, Boynes. Thanks for coming in. Is this class 20 only a repaint with no DRS logo? No, so this is the /3, so if you have a look, the cab is completely different. And it's got the GSMR and the NRN, etc. The hot plate's gone, which might make some people sad. Yes, this is a /3. What was the one on Tees Valley? Was that a 0? I can't remember. Who in the right mind hits the buffers? I know somebody that does. How is there only liveries? How is there already liveries on the Craze Club? They'll be for the other Class 20, the original one, I expect. Ron, good evening, how you doing? That's perfectly true, yeah. No need for a hot plate, the food cooks itself on this train. Yeah, crack a couple of eggs on the top of there. Get some bacon on, you're alright. Right, we're nearly at Tring, and then it's Milton Keynes. Yeah, true. Yeah, I wouldn't like to hang out of the window and sort of, you know, do this in real life. It's nice in the game. You definitely wouldn't hear the DSD. You wouldn't hear much else, would you? Yeah, we all know somebody that hits the buffers. Yeah, I don't know why the DRS logo is not in. I forgot that they had it. Maybe you got to license it per loco, or maybe some give you the license for everything they've got. I don't know. So maybe the 66 is licensed, but the this one isn't. Although the 66, the DRS 66 is at Rivet Games, so if Rivet got the license for that, and if this is Skyhook, is the license transferable, or do Skyhook have to get their own DRS license? I don't know. I don't know if it's licensed to the game or to the developer. Am I controlling Streamlabs? No. It's a bot. Right, 17 to Milton Keynes, and then we'll have a switch over. We'll have a quick look at the Riviera before we do go to Preston Carlisle. Dump the nuclear waste in Milton Keynes, it could do with a revamp. Oh god, that'd be some revamp, wouldn't it? Chris, your dad has driven at least one of these surfaces. Oh, that's good. He's 89 now, so you think they're safe. He's not glowing, is he? He's not sat there glowing then. You piloted a diverted service from Cambridge via Stratford to Highbury and Islington. Interesting. Yeah, I really don't know about the licence. It's got to be something like that. The ready brick glow. How was Saturday's stream? Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yeah, you might need to watch it over a couple of stints. Yeah, it was good though. Good run. Bit of weather once we got out into the sticks as well. But yeah, it's classic class 37. Plenty of clag, plenty of thrash. Couple of yellows coming up. Am I finding it boring just doing a 60 miles per hour run? No, not really, no, because it's a bit different. Bit different. Yeah, there's lots of trees on Saturday. It was quite green, wasn't it? Once we got out of Glasgow, it was anyway. If anyone didn't watch that, it's on the feed now. All 5 hours of it. From Glasgow up to Fort William. And then a bit of a run around at Fort William, which I didn't know was in there. Don't crash or all cooked. That's true. Wesley can't wait for the 805. Some of the DRS20s were playing like this. It could be right. Could be what it is. Could be as easy as that. Right, we're crossing over here. Did you watch it again to get the views up? Yeah, do that. It's nearly 1,000 views actually. That'd be quite nice to get to 1,000. You've always fancied doing it with the black 5s at some point. You get around to it one day. Yeah, give it a try. He's having to wait for us to get across. He won't be happy about that. Mind you, he wants us out of the way, probably. There's a modified protection rule for these trains in case of accident. Assume everyone else did. Lick finger and hold it up. Run into the wind. And you reckon you're being serious? Oh, assume everyone else dead. Yeah, basically get out of there. Yeah, on the fast lines doing 60. Did the nuclear trains have a coach or wagon with security guards? We were just talking about that, and GE Dave was telling us it's just the military ones. I think that's what you said, Dave, wasn't it? Right, 9.3 to go. Do I hear some choppering going on? How you doing, Rob? You do indeed hear some choppering going on. And a bit of clag. And a bit of whistling. Oh yeah, the DSD, I forgot about that actually, yeah. Yeah, I was enjoying myself outside then. Yeah, I was looking at the AP FNA pack that I got recently that we've run once or twice on the channel. And I'm assuming they're the older version of the FNAs before this one. They look a little bit different. Different livery on them, etc. They're old and rusty compared to these are really shiny. You had a lovely drive earlier, maybe even this one. You annoyed the train behind going slow at 60, yeah. Everything's behind us now, yeah. Northern Transpennine Remaster, absolutely. I'm with you on that one. Yeah. Matt, how are you? Good evening. What's her opinion on the power to weight ratio of the 20? That'll kill the conversation you were just having. She's Googling it now. Do you think she wants a serious answer? There's a 66 over there, Stace. There you go. The AWS flower texture glitch. Oh yeah. You can kind of see part of it, but it's not meant to be there. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. You're right, I hadn't seen it until you said that. Wait, you don't like 66s, Pete, either? I thought it was just bog courts you didn't like. Here's one for you. Some power, heading south. Pendo's better. I do like the Pendo. I still like the Pendo. Just been watching a video on YouTube with the updated Northern Transpennine York to Manchester Vic. Is it a Don Coffee one? I've not watched any of his stuff for a while. Quite like that actually, it's quite relaxing watching some of that. This one's a hell of a good made loco. You love it. Excellent. Yeah, I've not driven it massively yet. I've used it a few times, but so far so good for me. I quite like it. But then again, I like the original one. Have I seen any of yours, Shoddy? No, I haven't. I haven't. I'll take a look. Don's recently retired. Yeah, I quite like his stuff. Everybody stand well back. Yeah, I'll do that, Shoddy, yeah. Right, 2.9 to Milton Keynes. Got a couple of yellows coming up. They're similar to Don's, but very different. That's intriguing. I'll have to check it out after. Yeah, Bletchley. Yeah, indeed. Dingo yellow. Hopefully no protesters when you stop in Milton Keynes, yeah. I've got the panic button at the ready. My hand is hovering over it. The updated Huddersfield station's been opened in the next month. Ah, that's good. Good. Anyway, if there is any protesters on the platform at Milton Keynes, we'll find a way just to open the flask at the back. They'll soon run. Oh, you've been to Bletchley Park? Yeah, I have not been there. Not far, 1.5 miles. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, if you've not done already. Much appreciated. I always forget to tell you, but I am on the preview build as well, just so you know. So what you see might not be the final version, but I haven't seen, apart from a couple of things like Rob decided to tell us about the AWS and the DSD not going off outside. I don't think there's much wrong with it. Not that I've seen. What's he saying now that's getting in banned? Tell you what, the brakes are pretty keen. In fact, I don't know what quite happened there. That was almost as if I got a silent DSD. The way the brakes... Look how the brakes have come on. In fact, I probably did, because they're going to release themselves now, aren't they? It's going to take a couple of seconds. So, let's just wait. Hey up, Jordan. How's it going? What's it like on the PlayStation? It's been pretty good on the PlayStation, I'll be honest with you. Was I coming in too fast? Is that what it was? Do I have to reset something? Maybe that's what it was. The brakes are not coming off. Let me... There we go, now they are. Just reset it. If in doubt, reset it. I probably went over a grid, didn't I, on the way in. I was going a little bit too fast. That's probably what happened. You're sure that the modders will get an enhancement patch out with logos? I expect so. Yeah, I expect so. So the brake doesn't set on fire, that's true. Was it sparking? I think we're alright. We might have a hot axle or something. There's also we were reported to have an issue with the wheels. Can't remember what it was. Of the 20, I think we just gave a flat spot on those wheels, to be honest, the way the brakes came on, just like that. We've only just got rid of those glowing benches in Birmingham as well, you know, they could have been nuclear benches. Birmingham New Street with its glowing benches. Doesn't seem like a good place to stop this, does it? Not at all. We got a platinum for that. Fuel cap misplaced. The hood end lighting cluster's not working. Okay. The wheels of the carriage carrying the flasks. I can't even say it. Why do these trains need two engines anyway? It's, well, if one breaks down, then the other one can get it out of trouble, I guess, is one of the main reasons. Also, something at either end to protect the flask in the middle. Right, let's have a quick look before we do anything else at the Riviera line. I'm not going to run it, but we'll have a quick look what there is. Well done. You didn't doubt it, did you? Honestly, don't worry. Don't worry. It's only nuclear in name. You're not meant to actually believe it's got stuff in it. Right, Riviera. That'll be under R, won't it? There it is. Timetable. With the 66, did you say? Can we pick any? Pick. Oh, I have got the. There's the DRS one. Yes, indeed. Look, there you go. Empty nuclear flask train from St David's to Plymouth. That's an hour. And then Plymouth to Exeter, Riverside Yard. Let's just have a look at it. I'll load it up. Let's just make it a bit more agreeable with June. We'll have a look at it before we move on. You wanted to derail it? No, that's no good. Right, so we do have a 66 as well, just for Stace. Yeah, this one, like Dave said, this one is obviously coming out of the military place. Has got the coach on the back as well. Mark 2F. This one's got two FNAs on the back. And the DRS 66 on the back as well. So that's quite an interesting service, isn't it? Headlights are on. At the back. We would have to fix that, probably. The tail light's on though. Why would they put a tail light like that on the back when the 66 has got tail lights? Is there a reason for that? I'm just curious, because obviously you can turn the tail lights on in the back of here. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there you go. There's our flash train. So you can. There's a bit of an added bonus then. You can use it on the Riviera in a couple of services. That's quite nice. Yeah, nice, says Dave. You like this one? 66108 and 031. So there you go. That's something you can look forward to as well. So we'll quit back. And we'll go to Preston Carlisle. So Preston Carlisle's using the 47. It's not using the class 20. So let's get back. There we go. I should say as well, there's journey modes. And that's what I want to go into with this. So I'll show you the journey mode for the Preston Carlisle. So you know you've got the standard 86/2 journey now. If you've got the cargo line military, that's we've got the nuclear one. We've got continuing the climb, exploring. There's quite a few different chapters now for Preston Carlisle. Oddly, mine are completed because I've been playing them on the PlayStation, as you know. The ones we've done are the ones we've done on the stream, basically. But if I go into the nuclear one, you can see that we have got this one, 4 North flasks. And we got a range of different things, including the scenarios in there as well. The first one I'm going to do is this top one, which is one of the scenarios. Join a run north that is conveying spent nuclear fuel from Barclay Power Station to Sellafield, BNFL, for reprocessing. So we're going to do that one. Let's get started. Dear Wesley, thanks for coming in. Need more use from the West Cornwall 37. Yes. There's a little bit you can do with that on Riviera, of course. Right, here we are in the 47. This is a scenario, so it's probably going to give us some talk. Yeah, it is. Welcome aboard 6 Mike 56, heading for British Nuclear Fuels at Sellafield. You'll only be with us for the short run up to Cornforth today. Alright, cool. We'll take it. Master key on. AWS change ends on. So that sounds like the AWS is already on. We don't have a DSD in this. It should be there. But it's not working in this one. Marker lights are on. What else have we got? Yeah, desk light. We need that. Take a quick look outside. Looks good to me. So at the front, 47520. We got 1 flask. And on the back, large logo 47664. No tail light. Right, let's go and sort this out. Which side does UX drivers? Which side does the tail light go on? In the direction of travel. So is it left or is it right? Which one is it? I'm never quite sure which side it should be on. You can only have one of them on the 47. Unless it doesn't matter. Yeah, so you can do left, and we can do right. Just take a look. I shouldn't be diving in and out. That'll do us, that'll do us. As long as we've got a tail light. No, I don't want to climb up the steps. I want to shut the door. That's what I want to do. Doesn't matter, Dave. Thank you. Right, we'll hop back in. Brakes off. Straight through to Cornforth on this one. Just let the brakes come down. Yeah, pity they didn't open the Hesha route. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. $5,500 horsepower for 1 flask. Yeah. Stuart, how are you? Oh, it's warm in Lanzarote. We've got the snow here, look. Actually, you know what? It's been pretty cold in Preston today. I'll be honest with you. It's not been this cold, as you can see here, but wait, did I put it in forwards? Nope. That will probably help us. Headlights already on. Oh, wheel slip, look at that. Right, off we go. Get your waving hand ready as we go past my mum's house. 2 miles from Preston Station. Nice. Absolutely love this route, can you tell? Bet you never knew that. $15 coming up. A colleague who can make tea with a hot plate, yeah. That's a nice shot, isn't it? Yeah, quite expensive to run these trains, aren't they, I guess? Then again, it's quite expensive if you do something wrong with the cargo. By the way, cannot wait to be able to drive up here on the Preston crew route up to Deepdale, up there. Yeah, cannot wait for that. In fact, you know what? We're into November and Just Train's past 2 routes have released in the November. So I was kind of expecting that we might get the Preston crew route in November. We've still got a bit of time left. What is it today? It's the 17th today, but I don't know. You might buy this DLC. Nice, yeah. It should be on at reasonable time tomorrow to download it and have a bash. For your first time back on West Coast Mainline 6 Riviera. Oh yeah, you said you've been non-stop Riviera. I've not been on Riviera since we ran that 37 the other week on the stream. I've been doing all sorts of other stuff. So I've got lots to do on the Riviera still. It's getting Christmas vibes. Yeah, it's that snow, isn't it? We got snow on the wagon as well, look. A nice touch. It's a pity we can't connect Thomas to this, isn't it? We can have some fun with that. In fact, no. Diesel would be better. Get up to some mischief. Yeah, snow in the wagon. Yeah, I didn't see you put that comment, but yeah, it is. Yeah, snow in the wagon. And we got it on the top as well. We got it on the top. Although the numbers are showing, which I guess they would have to. I presume that's for helicopter purposes, is it? Hello, Mum. Mum's over there. Everybody wave. It's making you cold. That's true. This route's a year old, and Blackpool's 2 years. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. It does go fast. So once again, we're limited to 60 because of the freight. you get down to the said 60. Yeah, I need to get back on the Riviera. So I absolutely hammered it at the beginning when it came out, and then I took a break from it so I can go back again and enjoy it all over again. You're looking forward to the new route and to the Mainline? Those are the top two from the current list. Yeah, I would say so as well. We should also get the Just Trades 142 as well at some point. Now, whether that will be before Preston Crew or after, I don't know. Evening, Andy, how you doing? On the last roadmap, there were 9 DLCs in 0 to 3 months. With a break on Christmas, we expect 1 a week on average till the end of January. You could be right. Shall we open the windows anyway, being as it's like, I know it's cold, but we'll pretend we've got the heating on. Ethel over there will just have to, you know, put a coat on or something. Or the foot warmers. Have we got the foot warmers? Can we put Ethel's foot warmers on? Let's have a look. What have we got over here? She's got her lamp. There's the DSD, the horn. Have we got foot warmers on that side? They might be down here. Where are they on this side? Have we even got foot warmers? That's the emergency brake. I don't know if we've got them in here. No, I don't know if we have. Might be just cold all the way. Sorry, Ethel. You waved, did you, Stuart? Yeah. She quite likes it, actually. She says to me at a weekend, has anybody been waving? And I'll say to her, well, we haven't done the Preston Carlisle this week. And she'll be like, oh, why not? I said, well, everyone's getting sick of it. I had to do something different. The only reason I'm doing it today is because we got this new nuclear flask, which gives me a perfect excuse to go back and do something different. So there you go. I'll tell her this weekend. Monty, how are you? Excited for the Class 20 for Preston's Crew also. You wish Just Trains would remaster all routes like Tees Valley and NTP would be brilliant. I wonder if they could do that if they're not their routes to begin with. I guess they could, but the problem with that would be, I guess, is look at the sky changing. Looks like it's about to snow again. Indeed it is. There's a few spots on a windscreen. I reckon there wouldn't be enough money in a venture like that for Just Trains to do a remaster of somebody else's route. That's my own personal feeling. Busy time for ambassadors. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There is a lot. I haven't even covered the Cajon Pass yet. I will do that. No, he's falling all around. Oh god, he's breaking into the Shaking Stevens now. Right, I guess we need the wipers on. We've basically got run or stop on these wipers. That's going dark now. That developed quickly. Love that with my mum. Same view at Rufford. Absolutely. I always wave at your mum at Rufford. You got to wave, says Will. Yeah. Preston isn't green. No, it's white this time. Do you like white trees? You don't get sick of it. It's a great route. It is. It's the best route. But, you know, I'm biased. We should probably put Ethel's wipers on. They won't be in time, I don't think, unless we're lucky. No, they're completely different. Being as Ethel was waiting for us to put those on. Would there be a plough on the front in this weather? Good question. Possibly further north, I guess. I can tell you from experience, you don't get a lot of snow in this particular part of the northwest. However, a bit further, Oxenholme, Penrith and beyond, probably. Though there's that much traffic going up and down, I don't know. It wouldn't settle very much. So atmospheric says, well, yeah, it is. And I've said that before. I don't often default the weather to the snow. It's usually like this in journey mode, where I get the snow, and actually I quite enjoy it. That's one good thing about the journey mode, where it picks the weather for you. I think the snow is suited to this route somehow, and the era as well. We've still got 17 to coin for. I can imagine Animal liking this because we don't have to bother with the neutral zones. Or neutral sections, I should say. There's the Star Trek coming out again. Put the hot plate on for Ethel. Or Karen. Yeah. Wait, where do we switch it on? There's got to be a switch for it. Well, is it one of these? I thought one of these was the foot warmer. Yeah, foot warmer. There we go. But we can't switch it. There's a foot warmer. Compartment lights. Yeah, foot warmer. It's there, but we can't switch it on. She'll be fine. If she's wearing the old British Rail trousers, they were like thick, like kind of wool, as I remember. Horrible in summer. Horrible. Alright in winter though. Yeah, a run on the Cajon Pass is good. You didn't do it in a long time. I ran it a couple of times the other night and I did quite enjoy it. That's why I think we'll cover it. It's a very slow route, isn't it? And there's not a lot happening, which is why I don't often stream it. But it is quite a good route. It's one of the better ones from the US as well. Ethel wants to stop being lazy and do it herself. Absolutely, yeah. You're a bit biased to the yellow-blue livery. You know why? Yes, I do. I definitely do. See if there's any snow this week. Frost. Tomorrow's quite cold. Tomorrow, I think, is a high in Preston of 2 degrees Celsius. That's the high tomorrow. Although there is some rain due, apparently, later on. It'll be cold tomorrow. Ice and snow on Wednesday in Darlington. Get an electric blanket. Yes, we can't use the 20s on here because they're out of the sort of time period. And the Flask wagon should be an older version of this one, but as this is the only one we've got, I don't mind. I'm glad of the extra services that we've got on this route, to be honest. No, due on Wednesday as well, yeah. Yeah, you should be alright in Rome, I think. Welcome back, Snowco. Jason, good evening, how are you? Snow due in St Helens later this week. Yeah, we're all going to get a little bit, I think. Overpowering one Flask, yeah. Two big 47s. Get a caboose on the back. It's nice how the snow is melted around these fans. The fans are not on. There's the exhaust as well. Yeah, not a lot of runs with the 20. I was speculating earlier on though, Rob, that in some future DLCs, I think that DRS20 will be back as we get more routes, just like the other cargo lines as well, I think. Personally, I would say $12.99 for this is all right, but it's down to everybody, you know, individually what you think. I suspect that Snowco, only one of the engines is working. For the front one, the rear one's there just as a backup. As we were saying earlier, because of the type of freight that we've got. Yeah, Scotch Ego says there, yeah. Will the 90 release before Preston Crew? I doubt it. Only because the 90 has only really just come onto the roadmap, whereas Preston Crew we've known about for a bit longer. I could be wrong. Yeah, absolutely. I'll put it on the wish list. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you play train simulators a lot, like, you know, a lot of us do, especially TS Classic, when you think about what you can pay for Armstrong Powerhouse add-ons as well, just as an example, they can be quite expensive. Although, you know, they are good quality. So again, it just depends really on yourself and whether you think a pack like this is something you'll just pick up and put down, or whether, you know, you'll play the whole thing and work your way through it, in which case it's worth the 13 quid. But they always go on sale eventually, so, you know, if you don't need it on day one, that's what I always say. Yeah, what can you buy for $12.99? Yeah, that's true. Do I know if there'll be a PlayStation sale at Christmas? I don't know if there will, but there usually is, I think, isn't there, for everything? Now, whether or not the ones that you want will be on the list, I don't know. There's usually a sale, though. It's 2 pints, depending on where you live, and it'll last longer than 2 pints and keep you out of trouble. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. For a few hours at least. Windscreen wipers sound like a ticking time bomb. Yeah, don't say that. With no panic button in this one. That's only in the 20. Not far from Lancaster. You won't be getting RE9 in February, you'll just be waiting. Yeah. Streamlabs has got more XP. Yeah, we don't know why that is. He does it every time and he's a bot. He worms his way in there. Should we really learn about chemistry? Well, I mean, we got nuclear fuels here. That's got to do with chemistry, hasn't it? Surely, very loosely. So it's kind of a chemistry thing. Nuclear flask trains in the US have a locomotive, then the flask and the caboose. Only one engine though. They only got one engine. Right, 2 little curves and we're into Lancaster. With a slight downhill run into the station, of course, which always catches me. Should be top because she sits here for like at least 24 hours before the stream starts, racking up the points. And probably when she goes to Rome, she'll have somebody else sitting in the chat with her user ID doing the same. Let's take a look from the front. Get a shot of the Ashton Memorial, which is on the hill there. That's the Ashton Memorial. A fella built that for his missus. He must have had money to burn. He wasn't just a fella. You can look him up. Look up the Ashton Memorial at Lancaster. You'll get the full gen. There's not much clag out of this 47. So we want to be able to go to Sellafield next. So if Just Trains wanted to do that Cumbrian coast, we'll take that. In fact, I do have in Train Sim Classic on the Cumbrian coast, I do have a version of this service, I think with the 67 or 68, I can't remember. It's the 68, which goes up as far as Barrow, so we can get part of the way up the Cumbrian, most of the way up the Cumbrian coast as far as Barrow. Stellarfield's obviously way beyond that. We'll run that at some point. I think that's like a 95-minute scenario. So we'll do that. That's with the AP FNAs as well. Downloaded that recently but not played it. As long as JT stick with the older BI Blue or BI Green period, awesome. They're very good at it, aren't they? Very good at that era. Nobody waved at you at Lancaster Prison. Is that why you're in Lanzarote? Have you escaped? You're not over there with a big suitcase of money, are you? That you hid under a tree while you were in there and then went and dug it up. Andy lads, I think these flasks would look good on the North Wales route from Anglesey to Chester, and that's what I mean. If we ever get that route, then these wagons will definitely come back, I think, because we have run that in TS Classic up the North Wales coast. When I first got these wagons from AP, that's what we did. I don't know if you're around for that, Andy, but you'll find it on the feed. If you have a look at the live streams that we've done, you'll see that we did that. That's a good run. And that was in the 68 as well. Two and a half to Coinforth. We need the guy that sends $2 every time he talks about kebabs. You mean our friend Elliot? He was here. He was here earlier, yeah. Oh, you watched that video? Yeah, it was a good one. I enjoyed that run. I always enjoy the runs. Especially when we're driving something we've not really driven before as well. Right, so being as we are meant to be going up to Sellafield, I wonder, will we go through Coinforth Station, or will we actually run around the back of Coinforth Station, where I think it would be going normally? If so, the track is in there, but I don't think we've been able to drive there before. So that might be a little tiny bit of new track that we get to drive. Let's just see when we get to Coinforth. Because it says stop at location Coinforth, but it doesn't say which platform. So I'm wondering if it's going to put us around the back, in between the back of Coinforth Station and Steamtown. We'll see. Just trains ECML Doncaster to York would be nice. Anything JT. Anything JT. Did you watch that video? I don't know. Did you watch that video? Have a look for the thumbnail. It's North Wales coast, and you'll see a picture of this wagon on the thumbnail. I wish it would snow like this in real life. There's something quite comforting, isn't there, about this? Right, we should probably put a bit of brake in. We do have a 15 coming into the station. And a red. I'm looking for Dave's East Anglia 47, which is usually parked here for us. I can't see it. Good evening, T-sides. When we get to Coinford, can I show you the Steamtown sidings? Yeah. I better stop for this red first. There we go. We've got a yellow. All good. Looks like we got a 101 in the platform waiting for us. He won't want to get in our way. It is taking us around the back as well, so there you go. We've not been around here before in TSW. Lemon meringue custard creams. Nice. I'm not getting into the biscuit thing any more than that. Here's Steamtown. There's not much stock there. My mum's bus is there again. Look, Fullwood via Plungington Road. Service 22, that is. I don't know what it's doing all the way up here. God, that snow's coming down now. Look at that. But here you go. This is the Steamtown sidings. I almost want to carry on to Sellafield now in this. That's nice, and the platform lights here are lit up as well. Ethel saying, shut them windows. I've had enough, I'm not working here anymore. Thanks for assisting today. Hopefully we'll see you on more runs like this soon. That was a good run. I enjoyed that. That was a very good run. So there you go. That's that one. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run down to Morecambe and Heysham, I think is the next one. Which is, yeah, this one. It's actually this one, so I can continue chapter 1 with this one. All you need now is a cup of hot chocolate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Plunger Road. It must suck. Plungington, not Plunger Road. Plungington. Oh, it's carrying on the snow theme, which is quite nice. All right. I guess it should, being as this is a journey mode. Let's put it forwards. Let's make sure we got all the lights on. Ethel's given up. She's gone. We've managed to get shut of her, which is quite good. What else can we do? Headlight? Yeah. We need to come up here as well and do that. What about that? Is that already on? I don't think it is. I need to do them in order, don't I? So you need to do this one first. And then you need to do this one. That's it. That's what we wanted. So it says wait for 1 minute. Let's just check the schedule, shall we? Straight down to Morecambe Loop. Now this is the Sellafield BNFL down to Heysham Harbour Power Station. We'll take a look outside. We're in 47652. This one now, as you can see, has got the guards van, the double FNA, another van, and on the back we have got 47564 Colossus. That's a great name, Colossus. The tail light isn't on, so we'll go and do this. Have we got footprints? No, that's a shame. I can live without it though. Right. Let's pop in the back. Yeah, okay. We know we're ready to go. It's fine. Let's just go in here. Climb the steps. Tail light is that one. Let's do right hand side. That's it. Right, off we go. We've still got a red light there. Are we waiting for something to come through? Ah, look, here we go. Is he stopping for us? I wonder if he's going to stop for us. No, he's coming across, isn't he? King Arthur, there you go. That's nice, isn't it? Right, let's get back here before we get in trouble. We shouldn't leave the nuclear train unguarded. That wouldn't be very sensible, would it? We'll have the wipers on again. We'll put Ethel's on as well, even though she's not here. Just in case she is in the back room or anything. He should stop. The nukes always have priority. Yeah, we shouldn't be sat here, should we, really? And he's going quite slow. Right, I think we're good. Get the brakes off. He's into the loop and you're away. Yeah, absolutely. Come on. Take the strain. The brakes are still coming off. Are we moving? Let's reapply. That's what we want. That's a nice picture, isn't it? Look at the clouds. The clouds are great. They've really come on, haven't they, over different TSWs. That sky's great. Quite believable snow clouds, I think. Riviera getting locked up, yeah. Amazing. Yeah, you can get anything at Amazon, pretty much. Norco. Rail freight wagons over there. There's also limestone hoppers over there as well. Can't quite tell. They're at the back. The ones that came with the 31. It's gone dark again. Look at that. The sky's gone. It's covered in snow. Whistling away over this side, our old friend. Now I want to drive that. Anyway, let's get to Morham. Not a great day to go to Morham. Any of you came into the stream not knowing if you were gonna get the pack, and after watching tonight have decided to get it? Just curious to know. There's King Arthur. He can wait. He's not that important. Have I played the Birmingham to Crew on the PS? Yeah, I've played it quite a lot. The only thing about it is the textures in some places are not very good. They know about it though. They're going to fix it, but it's not fixed yet. That would be my only real complaint. There's a couple of things, but they're all known things. But it runs alright on the PS, it's just those textures can be a bit off-putting. Don't forget to turn the heating up. Yeah, you can't, it's greyed out. But it's there's the foot warmers, but you just can't. We've got train heat, but I don't think you can do it with that. Oh, train heat on. Oh, there you go. Poor Ethel, she wanted the train heat. I didn't put it on. I didn't see that. But the foot warmers definitely don't work. This weather and the 142 on Blackpool makes it feel so cosy, yeah. The snow is suited to this part of the world in train sims, I would say. Chris, you're going to wait because you've only got one line for it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I guess you like what you see though, you just want to make sure you get enough playability out of it. Made yourself a Northern 150 using the new and improved one. It took you 3 hours. Because you've made logos, you won't upload them to Creators Club. That's the problem with it, isn't it? With the branding stuff. Although, can you try it though? Because you remember the Virgin Pendo? I think the Virgin livery isn't strictly allowed. The branding's not allowed, but that's still on Creators Club. You're waiting for the fixes on the Brum route. Yeah, I think that'd be the best experience. When you do play it though, you're in for a treat because it's up your street, I think, Dave. Cruel to Ethel. Yeah, heating a nuclear flask. I know. Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about that actually. Let's get that off. There, we've had enough of that. I'm just trying to melt the snow, really. That's a great shot, isn't it? That. But we've got a red coming up. Railwayman, how are you? Good evening. Let's make sure we stop. There we go. That's convenient. Can't get past the blurry textures. It is a bit of a problem. You're on. Are you on PS5, Will? Thanks for coming in, Mikey. As usual, all the best. No, there's no spot. It always does that for the crossover. It always does it. I mean, I shouldn't rely on it, but I know it always does it. This is Hess Bank. This sets us up now for the Morecambe branch. The weather's so evocative. You was there in damp woolly gloves. You struggled to write loco numbers down. Numbers fingers, yeah. Funny how train sims make you. Well, a lot of sims make you a bit that way. This is great weather. This. We'll speed up now. Yes, there's a couple of in the timetable for this. I'm thinking the scenarios, there's a couple of full-length runs down from Carlisle as well. You can go Carlisle all the way to Preston. Again, in the 47. So, and they take a little, because you're doing 60, they take a little bit longer than, you know, your 86s and your 87s, of course. About 1 hour 50, I think, for a full run, end to end. So, there's a bit of gameplay in there as well. So, like you said, Pete, it'll kick you out of the pub for a bit. And out of trouble. For your $12.99. Is that King Arthur? Now that we're out of the way. Routes look great in the snow. This is definitely one of them. It is, definitely it is, yeah. It's taking over Streamlabs. It's Blackpool week on Strictly. You have to run some specials on the Blackpool route. Mike B, how you doing? Good evening. You really go to pubs, yeah, I know. It's cheaper as well, isn't it, to stay at home. It's much more enjoyable. Especially when we can get a big run like this going on your TV. Lots of you are watching on TV, by the way. I was looking at the stats. I know not all of you do, but many of you are watching on TV, which is quite good. You got a 5-day weekend and this is coming out. Oh, excellent. Very jealous. Indeed. If you've got an Xbox, and you move to PC, will all the DLC go across? No, it doesn't. Yeah, snow. Yeah, it is snow. Snow in Morham. God, I'm losing my voice now. Which will cheer some of you up. These lads are always stood here. Not doing much. This is Berlin. Mid-August in Blackpool. I don't know what the I can't remember. This is one of the journey mode. Does it tell us one of the journey mode things? I don't think it tells us what month it's actually in, but it's definitely not August. And we're a little bit around the corner, around the course from Blackpool. Better not snow Friday, you might not be in luck there, I think it might. Bit chilly for t-shirts and yeah, exactly. You're watching on TV, but you have your PC hooked up to it. You prefer the larger screen for gaming them. Yeah. Time for an iron brew. 160-inch projector screen. Wow. Are you in the Discord, Stuart? I'd love to see a picture of that with the stream going on it. I'd love to see that. 160-inch. I bet you. Do you live in a castle? You're gonna have to sit right at the back there. See that. You're not telling me your missus watches Emmerdale on a 160-inch projector screen? I know your wife's always off watching Emmerdale. Watching in the cinema, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Oh, where's my train gone? Oh, I'm under the map. Oh, we'll try that again. That's better. I don't suppose there's anybody in there. What a pity we can't, like, sort of simulate somebody in the back of these. Oh, you're watching on a Meta Quest. That's interesting. Seven-inch iPad. You won't watch on TV, your wife would divorce you. Just as we arrive at Morecambe, the sky starts to clear. Just that little bit. Bit of reflection on that 47. Nice, that. down for the 15. So, Heysham Power Station is up there, round this corner, and you should really be able to see it. I think that's it over there. That's meant to be it. You see. I guess it is. I don't know. It's a big place, as you might imagine. But once again, we do have it in TS Classic. And there are a couple of scenarios where you can run up to the power station as well, that you can get. Now, in this weather, Frontierland shouldn't be open, but I can see the big wheel going round. I don't know why you would want to go to a theme park in this, but... Pontin's Cafeteria. All the residents of Morham are thinking, I hope he's not going to dump that in the sea now. You used to love going to Frontierland as a kid. I think we've had this conversation before. Who was talking about the big ship that you used to sit in, which was like a cafe? Was that you, Pete? I can't remember. Someone was telling us about that. It was the HMS something. Or the SS something. And I asked my mum about that because she used to go there and she said, yeah, that's absolutely true, that. Your wife doesn't like trains. When you purchase Train Sim Classic, she said, I have nothing better to spend my money on. Yeah, but it must have meant, though, that she got some peace because you'd have been playing that, wouldn't you, for, you know, so long that, you know, she gets a bit of peace and quiet. So, right, let's go for the last one, which is going to take us back to Preston. And that'll be us done then. Which is the fourth one out of the journey mode, so we're going to do that. HMS Cafe. No, it has an actual name. And it was made from parts of a real ship. That's it, Pete. Yeah, SS Berengaria. It's legit, that as well. Yeah, you can see pictures of it on the internet. Right. So let's go nuclear. We'll go into that. We want the fourth one, which is collect empty flask wagons off the Heysham Harbour branch. I wish we could. And then commence the run south to Crewe for storage. So this is 45 minutes, this one, and that's just done. Boo, Preston. Jack, good evening. How you doing? Can you see the flask? Yeah, I'll show you the flask. Oh, look, the snow's gone. Let's get set up and just get the instructions, and then we'll have a look. Welcome aboard, 6 Zulu 53, sat alongside Morecambe Station. Once the wagons arrive from Heysham Harbour, you'll need to couple up and prepare for departure. Ah, okay, so the wagons are coming in. That's neat. Oh, Ethel's back. Right, activate the master key. Let's do that. The markers are already on. Before we do that, let's just check up here what we've got. Unisolated, that needs to be on. Headlight is already on, that's good. We're going to need the wipers again. There's a theme here tonight with this. We'll put these on. this side. That's it. Complete the final checks, ready for strip. Okay, we'll have some windows. And now we can put it into forwards. Jimmy Milne, there you go. 47,635. So we're waiting for the 20. Oh no, it's the Gronk. The Gronk is bringing in the train from the power station, and we're going to hook it up, and then we're going to go. And I'm just going to open the window because it's absolutely boiling here with the heating on. That's better. Get some air coming in. There we go. So that's interesting. That's a good idea. If we can't get up the Heacham branch, the next best thing is to wait for this to come in here and we take it ourselves. I quite like that. So the Gronk will unhook itself. Stop beyond the station throat. Right, so we'll let the Gronk do its thing, and we need to move forward. So we've got a green light, so we'll get the brakes off. The wipers are synced. Oh, they are nearly, very slightly out. Why are the flasks empty? It's no fun anymore. Where's the second loco? Ah, actually, that's a good point. That's a good point. I thought the Gronk was going to back us up, but he's off, look. He's gone. You used to wait for a Gronk. You've been to the prom loads on Steam in 60s. Used to be at Butlins, a couple of miles away. Dave worked at Pontins for one summer as a security. I remember you mentioned that before. Your first wife was a chalet maid there. Where is the signal? Is the signal beyond? No route available. Where's it making me go? Hang on, let me just try this. That's not my signal, is it? That's the opposite way. Come on. I can't see where that signal is unless it's the other side of the bridge. Which it must be. More like British weather. Yeah, lots of rain. You don't have a patience to do a full service from Carlisle to Preston? Why not? Request permission to return to the station. Well, first of all, what we'll do is we'll put it in reverse. We'll go outside and we'll request permission. There we go. Proceed at restricted speeds. Make sure the brakes are fully off. Don't sound like they're off. They're not off yet. They're coming off though. It's behind the bridge, yeah. Dolik, how you doing? Used to live in Barrow. Lots of these flasks used to come and go into Sellafield. Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's go and pick this up. We'll get off to Preston. Yeah, I know I should use the local brake, yeah. I can do for this next part. Gronk sneak back out again. The first live performance with a guitar was in the SS Berenguer in front of 2,500 people. Wow. Came second to two 15-year-old twin girls dancing very badly. There's a story. At least she carried on after that. Let's just check that we're all good with this. We'll change that. There we go. We're just running empties down to crew today. No doubt we'll be ferrying them back to Sellafield soon enough. So that might be why we've only got one engine. If these are empty, that must be why, I would say. Evening, Joe. How you doing? Do I do train spotting? No, not really. No, not since I was younger. Right, so let's go to forwards. We've got the red signal here. I'm going to have to wait for this 101 to get out in front of us, I think. Let's put the brake on a little bit. Wait for the signal. So this is not a bad little scenario, this one. 3 empties on this. Let's just check we've got a tail light this time. Indeed, we have. How'd you find the DLC, Joe, then? It's actually pretty good on this route, I will say. So we're going to be behind that 101. I don't know if he's going to Cornforth or if he's going to Lancaster. But he'll be stopping at Burr Lane probably in front of us. We do have a red coming up quite soon. And 23 miles to Preston. Thanks once again everyone for coming in. Been a good stream so far. Hope you've enjoyed it. We're getting around a bit, aren't we? Across 2 train simulators. You're knackered. You've done 4 trips to Seaford and 1 to Eastbourne. Back in at 5 AM tomorrow. Ouch. I'll have to see what you're up to, Joe, next year. I'm down for a wedding in August. I'll have to see if you're knocking about. I'm down in Brighton for a wedding. I must admit, I wouldn't mind a trip down to Seaford. Just because we played it in TSW. Any of the TSW routes I can jump on, I wouldn't mind. Right, off we go. And Yoke Thomas and Diesel to these news. That's what I was saying earlier on. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? DLC is a bit meh, yeah. Yeah, we were saying that at the beginning. There's a little bit of license going on with the timings and whatnot. I think the DLC is good. I think it's a nice idea if you can get round those timings. Will, thanks for coming in, mate. All the best. John, good evening, how you doing? New subscriber, welcome, hope you're alright. You don't have train sim, but you're thinking about it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And are you on PC, John, or are you on console? Yeah, that's the Riviera line. We looked at that earlier. Everyone was saying that the services were available. I didn't realise the services were available yet on the Riviera, and they look like a couple of good services as well, so definitely run those. Oh, we've had some weather as well on these runs. We've gone from blizzard snow to torrential rain. Rain's more like it round here, I must admit. You're more likely to see it like this than you are with all that snow. You're on PC, Windows 11? Yeah, I'm on Windows 11. I'm on PC today, but I also play it on PS5. This is PC. Cargo Line Volume 3 timetable for West Coast Mainline South as an extra nuclear service. Ah, interesting. Thanks for that. We're obviously just waiting for this 101 to get out of Berlin and go onto the main line, whichever direction he's going. We can have a look on the map. Let's just pull forward a little bit. Not that one. That's the one we want. Has he gone that way? Not really sure which way he's gone. He's not in front. Oh, he's in front of us. He's there, look. He is going to Lancaster. Wouldn't you know it? So he's in front of us for part of the way. We should be able to get past him at Lancaster though. Looks like the rain we had on Friday was pretty rough, wasn't it? Although, like I said, I was in the lakes and it was a bit fresh. It was only when I got back it was like this. I didn't see any of this on Friday till night time. Right, we're still waiting for this red. There's possibly a delay for him getting onto the main line as well, which we'll have to wait for. It's probably why the service is 45 minutes. This and the picking up of the wagons. There we go. Two and a half hours we've been going. It was 2 degrees this morning. It was the first frost that I saw this morning on the car when I went out. Hang on a minute. What's happened to Ethel? That's freaky. Ethel was definitely there when we set off from the station at Morham. That's freaky. He's got the old BR uniform on though. That's quite nice. With the patch badge on the side, on the pocket. Yeah, you said you took a back route because the M4 was out of action. Are we going for another 5-hour stream? No, I'm afraid not. This is it after this one. There's our guy on the signal equipment. Yeah, DTG are inclusive. Yeah, that was weird. I didn't see a leave, did you? They swapped quick at the signal, I think. Right, I've got a 10 coming out onto the main line, so... just edge forward for now. I don't know what happened to her, unless she's like locked in there. There's a little like hatch there that you can open, look, with a hinge. You can leave the top bit open, so she might be in there. Yeah, she saw it was me driving. I thought, not again. She nipped out. She didn't have a coat with her again. That's what it was. You spent all that time in the cab with me and was freezing. Decided against it. Right, we'll be able to get up to speed quite soon. Maybe Ethel turned into Ethelred. You can hear the thunder as well. Let's go, shall we? Make sure I get all that brake off. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Ron. Appreciate it. Take care. Dr. Feelgood was at Carlton. Wings and things, how you doing? Nice to see you. You flying today, are you? The weather's not like this, is it? I don't think you'll be going anywhere in this. Right, off to Preston. I'm hoping now we can get past everything we need to get past. Let's just check. Yeah, straight to Preston. Meanwhile, all the passenger traffic carries on regardless, no matter what we're doing. Through the Rylands estate with nuclear wagons. Now we can't see the Ashton Memorial. It's well out in the murk. That'll be our 101 over there that we're following. IF4, that's 8,000, is it? 8,000 feet. Red light up ahead. Where are you looking? You can't get me with that one. Not this late in the stream. Yeah, the Doppler effect on some of these is pretty bad, isn't it? Oh, 800 feet. Yeah, that's pretty low then, isn't it? Right, 20 to go. Glad you enjoyed the chipmunk video, by the way, Wings and Things. About a year ago, I think, that video. Now, where we had the snow before, it looks like we even got... I was going to say we got the wet on there as well, but it's actually, I think it's the reflection from the flask. Looks wet on the top though, look. Make sure we're not speeding. Why do the frames drop so much around Manchester Piccadilly Depot? Yeah, it does go quite badly. They said they were going to look at that. I think there's a couple of things I need to fix on that route, including those Voyager runs that we tried to do the other week. The water will keep it safe-ish if you mess up. Yeah, apart from the lightning, I don't fancy the lightning hitting the wagons. I mean, I presume these flasks are pretty, like, reinforced. How big inside there is the actual material? Is it like a little tiny box inside there? I guess we're talking, like, quite tiny amounts. I don't know. Yeah, absolutely, Wings and Things. Yeah, it was a good experience. In many ways, not just the flying, the other stuff. For everyone else listening, we're talking about the Air Cadets, Air Training Corps. When I was in Coniston on Friday, it did remind me though that one of the things they made me do was my capsize drill in a canoe in the middle of November in Coniston water. When the canoe tipped over, you can bet I got out of there pretty quick. That was a shock to the system. That was freezing. Probably a day like this as well. I think it was actually, as I remember it. Stuttering, let me know. Right, let's get the speed up. The material's about a pen lid size, encased in glass, surrounded by concrete. I knew it wouldn't be a lot. A quick speed test. Yeah, my upload speed is shocking. That's probably what it is. We've got 14 miles to Preston. How long have we been going? 2 hours 50 we've been going. Yeah, it could be my upload. Hopefully we can get through it. It's not very good at all. Plus, I never know what anybody else in the house is doing at the same time, unfortunately. We'll try and get through. What time are we due in? Doesn't tell us. Not far to go. 60 miles per hour, 12 miles, 12 minutes. I worked that out. I'm good at maths when it's easy. Yeah, it might be a bit up and down. Hopefully we can get to the end. It'd be a shame if we can't. See, Saturday was alright when we did the 5 hours because nobody else was in the house. So I was guaranteed the whole connection. So it should only be a week or two at the most until my new connection goes in. So we should be alright after that. It's been ordered. I'm just waiting for the date to get confirmed. Could be brightening up a little bit as well. The only thing I don't like about the rainy weather sometimes is the way that it can look a little bit overexposed. It's not too bad just now, but when the sun starts to try to peek through, it all goes a little bit funny looking. Yeah, it won't be yours, Mike, it'll be mine. I'm surprised I can stream at all, to be honest. It's sometimes that bad. .7 will be there. That Scotch egg goes harsh, isn't he? $490 is crazy. The one I've signed up for is 900 up, 900 down as well. So we'll see. If I get part of that, that'll be an improvement. Eight to go. Yeah, I think this pack is pretty decent. If you're a fan of these two routes anyway, then you know, why not, is what I would say. You definitely get your money's worth. Be a bit wet up Beacon Fell over there. Speeds increased with a Cat 7 cable by 10%. That's not bad, is it? Currently getting 960 down and 250 up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It beats my 5 to 7 megabytes up that I'm currently on. Yeah, beyond 1K, yeah. I'm going to get a mesh set up as well, so that I can have one of the receivers in my room, and I can attach. I'm on Wi-Fi at the moment as well on my PC, so I can connect it via cable to my from the back of the receiver to the PC. That'll be better as well, rather than relying on Wi-Fi for that. But the coverage should be good. Right, we're not far off. You ran a route with Power Flower last night. Hard work driving and chatting to him. Struggled a bit. You mean, what, you were like, you were actually on his stream? You mean, doing it? It is, I mean, it gets a little bit easier, but it is difficult to. I always say it, no one believes me, but it is quite difficult to not only chat while you're doing it, but also read. You know, read the chat. You know, backwards and forwards. Dial up. It's me who's on bloody dial up. Right, we're at Barton. So we're really not far at all. He doesn't do much, does he? You're losing the sound intermittently. Apologies for that. Go off the same service and him simultaneously live. A few did it. It was hard work. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, can be. He looks disappointed. He probably wants to drive. Once I get my new connection, by the way, I'll do the. I'll probably do the videos in 4K. I'll just see how I go. Recorded videos in 4K. I'll see how I go for disk space. I'm planning to add a significant amount of storage to the PC as well. Once Black Friday comes up, which I think is starting at Amazon Thursday this week, I think. It's a good idea. It's a good idea, actually. We should do it. We should. Here we go, past my train spotting field. Right there. There it is. One last chance to say good night to my mum over there. And then we'll carry on. Preston station. We'll start reducing. Need to be down 35, 25, of course, on the way in. So let's do that nice and easy. I'll tell you we're waving. Oh, of course, we just passed your place as well, didn't we, Mike? I forgot. You played footy there loads at school. On Mill Lane or on St Anthony's? By the way, Pete, when you're next up, talking about mums, when you're next up, we'll have a run up to Rufford if you want. When you're on your next special up here. Plenty of traffic on this route, isn't there? And the weather has started again, right on cue as we come in. Cleared up for a time. We're going on 6 or 7 here, I think. Oh, Cuthbert Mainfield, yeah, absolutely, yeah, just up. That's where I went. I went to school there, Ufford, Maine. The Permanent Way Institution. That's an now I've over break coming in though. Because I was looking at that 47. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just let me know when you come up. Give me some notice. I can make sure that I can sort it out. Definitely, yeah. It is known for its wet weather. The whole northwest is, yeah. Yeah. Did you see that video I did, Mike, with the train spotting from St Anthony's Field? That one you'll particularly be able to relate to, I think. Being a local. There you are, you don't often come in on platform 7. But once again, like the Cornforth end, where we went round the back of Cornforth Station, we get to go a slightly different way because of what we're carrying, even though these are empties. Give those lads a toot. Bit of braking. Dippers, how you doing? Wouldn't be Preston if it wasn't wet. Absolutely, and not just wet. Absolutely teaming it down like this. There we go, back at Preston, all the way to Cornforth, over to Morham, back to Preston on a bit of a round trip. Yeah, it was class 87. It was, yeah. It was a good video. I enjoyed doing that one. But that's us for tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for coming in. As always, it's much appreciated. Thank you for those likes. Thanks for the chat. Hope you've enjoyed seeing the DLC and it's got you ready for tomorrow. Hopefully there's a few of you who've taken a look at it and weren't going to get it, have now decided you're going to pick it up. That's what it's about, just playing it and just seeing what it's all about. So there you go. If you do pick it up, let me know. Come back to the video, drop me a comment. And we'll be back soon with something else. Until then, enjoy the DLC, enjoy your week, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys. See you later.